We're snorting cap rates and shooting up cash flow here at Deal Junkies. Welcome back to Deal Junkies.
Mike, can you tell us that story you were just telling us?
We'll save that for another episode.
Mike's got a little nicotine going right now. He's feeling good. Feeling good. Cross your legs. All right, I'm Gabe Johansson. I'm here with Trevor Howard. What's your name again?
Mr. Worldwide.
Dane McKinney. Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
I'm going to shave my head.
Wait,
soon.
isn't that
Dane McKinney?
Pitbull?
Yeah, I'm shaving my head
Pitbull
soon.
and Dane.
Dude, Pitbull's
Dane's been traveling for 4 months straight, dude.
That's actually pretty true.
And he wonders why people hate him.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I had
jealous.
I had to talk to the preacher at my church because he was like really nervous because I placed membership at like a new church the week before I left town, and I didn't.
Oh, you didn't show up?
I didn't do the math of like how long I was gonna. So I haven't been there in like 4 months.
And he reached out to you?
And he called me like a couple times, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I called him back after the second time.
You know, you can tell him that we feel the same way. We're
well,
like,
I call you
every
guys.
day. We're like, "Where's Dane?"
Gabe, you have never called me one time.
Gabe
give him a Where's
is
Waldo
worried
shirt?
about how long you have been gone.
Yeah, we need Dane around more often.
Why? You're
It's
raising
peer
all the
pressure.
money.
It's true.
we
You're
need- He's
raising
not
all the
doing his
money.
job.
I'm just running things in the background.
All right.
Oh, I'm turning ChatGPT into my investor relation agent.
What?
Yeah.
Are you
Dude.
integrating it with Zapier to things?
No, I haven't
And,
done anything like that
okay.
yet. I haven't got Gronk. I think I might go to Gronk because I can get my Google into it. I use Google.
Somebody told me Grok is like way smarter than the other ones now.
I don't know, but I'm really excited. I just started using headphone mode where I just talk.
Mhm.
And so what I've done is I've just verbally uploaded my entire life to it. And
I've
so it's
actually
organizing.
I've uploaded
me.
every podcast we have, and I have a
I just
mic
did that.
agent, and I can make a video of AI saying anything I want you to say. It's pretty sick.
That's scary.
You usually say enough stuff that's funny that I just use
We
that.
can have AI just generate a whole podcast, just
some funny
guessing
shit.
what we'd want to talk about.
All right,
Yeah.
let's not talk economics and let's talk deals.
deals.
Don't make me fall asleep. Get me excited about deals.
All right, Dane.
Deals.
Dane just put a deal under contract while he was in Chicago or Istanbul or wherever he was.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
I don't even know how that happened.
Can I talk about how awesome yesterday was?
Yeah,
I'm still flying.
I've
high.
never seen Gabe. He pulled up, backed into the parking spot, and got out with his like ear to ear smile. He's
we,
like,
we need
That
Gabe-
was because
we
he
need-
hadn't seen me in
we
so
need
long.
to
though.
set-
you weren't
Gabe.
here yet. He saw me, dude.
Oh,
I think your highest and best use of time is if we had you do that almost every day.
hanging out with people. I love people.
Yeah,
I had
that's
so
a-
much fun.
Specifically, people flying on their plane.
Well, they flew. Yeah, so Mark had some friends. They flew in and they wanted to talk about some deals and see what we're doing and get to know us better. See if they want to put money in our deals. And I had no idea who they were, what was going on, or anything. We got in the
Dude,
car.
I invited you because you said you weren't going with Paul. I was like, I bet Gabe's lonely on.
Oh, I wasn't even
Thursday.
invited for this trip.
Well, I was like, I said, should Gabe come? I bet he's lonely because he's not meeting with Paul because Paul's doing his ranch.
Paul's
thing.
got his big horse thing
And
going
then,
on this
and then
weekend.
Mark
yeah.
was like, I don't know, they're pretty private. I was like, if I'm going, Gabe can go. I don't know these guys. He's like, all right, bring them.
Well, it worked out.
Yeah.
We're sitting in the car though, and I'm in the back seat, and we're crammed in. There's 9 of us in a Tahoe,
No.
and we're cruising along. And
Who's
this
sitting on whose lap?
so I'm in
Eight
the
of us,
I'm
eight
in
of
the
us.
I'm in the middle row, and I don't know any of these guys. And the guy looks over at me and he goes, "So I don't understand what we're doing here. Like, do you guys just need to borrow money or what?" And I'm like, "Oh wow, I didn't know this was the kind of meeting we were having right now." Like, we didn't
know
talk
it was
about
a capital
it's
raising
like,
meeting?
I don't know who you are. You don't know
Yeah.
who I am. We haven't discussed
plan.
like what's going on or what. And I'm like, wow, this is a really weird way to start it. By the end of the day, we were all hugging and taking pictures in front of their plane.
You're
And they were texting me all night last night. Like they want us to fly up and hang out with them at their lake
check
house
this,
for the
though.
weekend.
So they flew into town not knowing what you were going to talk about?
Yeah.
They had an idea.
There was
Mark,
some of them
Mark
knew and some
two
of them didn't.
knew.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but it didn't get communicated to either of the big dogs on either side. And so the big dogs were just being brought on a play date by their younglings.
Kids. Hey, yeah.
Check this though. So me and Gabe,
That's funny.
we go have the same meeting in the same day, and then everyone texts Gabe after, and no one texts me after.
What does that say?
Trevor calls me and he was like, dude, I'm so tired.
That's the
Gabe-
Padawan not yet becoming a mentor.
Gabe has more energy than he had at the start of the day somehow. I think he had the most fun ever.
It was
I bet. Yeah. I saw the video you sent.
We were sitting at lunch and we laughed so hard my throat got sore. Like my throat still hurts today.
They were cool guys. Yeah.
They were just telling us family stories.
They're coming on the podcast.
Yeah, you're going to get to meet them. They're
sick
awesome.
stories.
I love that.
Awesome.
I love
dudes,
that.
yeah.
There's nothing better than meeting with your lenders and the capital people. And
Yeah.
have you been made a trustee on a trust yet?
Yeah. My parents, I think.
I am from
lenders.
No. For
Yeah.
our lender?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like hard money or
No,
people
like
coming in
one
with
of my
your deals?
private capital lenders made me a trustee.
Like if he dies, you're in charge of it.
yeah, or an executor.
Well,
or
Paul
something.
put me in his estate, and then he's like, "Oh, but all you have to do is decide if you pull the plug on me or not." And I'm like, "Well,
Oh, that's an advanced directive.
that's like not the cool part of your."
No.
I was hoping I would get something out of this.
Whoa.
But
Yeah.
no,
I
I
didn't
don't
realize-
want want any of it.
I met with one of my private lenders yesterday and took him to the project and lunch, and then we started talking about this exact thing, the succession plans, because it's okay. So now we're setting up. They're going to meet Eric, my second in command, key man with Key Man Insurance, so they can understand. Okay, so if I die, Eric's taking over.
You have
life
key man insurance on yourself and Eric, or
correct?
just you?
Yeah. So if I die, money flows into the company, debt gets paid off.
How much does that insurance cost?
We should probably do that.
It's not expensive. And then same vice versa. I'm going to meet their son, who's the executor of their estate, so that way they know who they're
call, yeah.
invested in, and yeah.
I'm part of a partnership of a wealthy Indian family out of California, and they not only will they not have a private plane because they think it's too dangerous, but they take commercial flights up here and they get on different airplanes.
Yeah.
They won't even fly on a commercial
It's kinda
flight.
smart,
together.
honestly.
That's so cool.
Some Keyman Insurance requires that
That you're not together in an
on
airplane.
an airplane.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's probably why they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird the things you have to think about once
Well,
you
we're
get
gonna
to a
buy a
certain
plane
level.
and we're all gonna be on it together. And Dane's the pilot. So
I would
we're
buy a
going
plane
down.
with you guys. Not a boat, by no means.
You'll buy a plane with us?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh,
Just
cool.
because I never want to be a pilot, but I think it'd be cool.
Trevor
can
was looking up
timeshare it.
the plane we like. I think it takes like $47,000 to fuel it up. Just to
Plane
put
Gabe
gas in
likes,
it.
yes. A G6.
Yeah.
No, but
Fuck
a
that.
G6.
I do not want on a plane with
Yes.
you guys.
Grant
We're not
Car-
buying a G6.
Grant Cardone's plane takes like $250,000 to fill up. So I mean that's not that bad.
They
Yeah,
show
but
up.
He lies to people and takes their money, so he's
Wait,
bad.
how
he?
is that possible, though?
Jeez.
How many flights?
You're on realtors, you're on Trump, you're on Grant Cardone. You're making so many enemies, Mike, and you're making fun of Trevor for not making friends.
I'm just shining light on the truth of things.
Such a shit
Does
talk.
he do that?
Huh?
Does he do that?
I don't know.
Wait, how do they make money? How do they make money? That
Who?
doesn't make any sense.
Who?
How do commercial airlines make money if that's how much it costs to fuel?
I did the math on that. I'm like, there's no way. Like, I mean,
That's stupid.
It's one of the reasons
That
they
doesn't make
fly
any
slower
sense.
because you can burn
Well,
less
who
gas.
do you think they're buying the fuel from?
They probably get $2 a gallon.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you take
Yeah,
150 people on an airplane, you multiply it times the ticket price. It's like, how do you?
$500.
Well, okay, they don't run the plane empty every time they fly.
Yeah. Okay.
What is that?
Okay.
70?
That's what I'm
750
wondering.
grand?
Yeah, they might top it off each time, but you
75
can
grand.
you can like fly around the
I hope
planet.
they're not running it empty.
150 times 500.
I mean,
Yeah,
think
we gotta
about
land.
Think about some of the flights you've been on that
It's
went
only
for
75,000.
They don't.
Yeah.
They probably don't take it below a quarter tank or something.
Are you missing a zero?
Like,
That makes
oh,
me feel
better.
guys, the gas light's on. We
That
got to
makes me-
land.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Deals.
We want airplanes, Trevor. We don't want to talk about
No,
deals.
they pull up in their airplane. Gabe's like, we gotta get the next level up. I'm like, Gabe, we've never even bought a plane.
I said we need
Yeah, we
something
have to get a
nicer,
nicer
than this.
one.
Dude, one of the
So
best
funny.
social media video people out there is Amalfi Jets. You need to watch Amalfi Jets because it's these rich people, like the daughter, the billionaire daughter's like, oh, well, my friend has this plane. I need a bigger one. And we're both flying separate planes, and my plane needs to be bigger than hers.
It's the ultimate flex. Like I have so much money, I'm gonna
Yeah.
waste it on
Yeah.
this stupid plane.
You've got a good entitled voice.
Me?
That was an
Is that a
impressive.
good entitled voice?
That was impressive.
Dave, tell us about this deal you put under contract so we
No,
can see
dude,
if we
we're
wanna do it.
gossiping. You can't get into deals right now. We're
Yeah,
having fun.
dude.
Deals.
We're gossiping.
Put that nicotine back in your mouth, Mike.
All right, so we put under contract a property that is
3 1/4.
pretty old and beautiful.
It's a
It
property
is
somewhere. We can't tell you.
$3.25 million.
Can you give us an idea?
It's on
a
the
hint?
Oregon coast.
Yeah.
Oregon coast.
Yeah.
I thought friends don't let friends buy deals on the Oregon coast.
Great statement.
Friends.
Great statement.
Well,
love the
we
Oregon
just escaped the 100-year tsunami. So now we have another 100 years before we even have to worry about tsunamis again.
Whatever happened? Did they
So
ever
nothing.
have any?
You got like a 1 foot wave.
Yeah, it's
Really?
just little
They
baby
said
waves.
all our guys who live on the coast, I asked, and they went and
Yeah.
looked at it, and they're like, it just didn't look any
Were they
different than
preparing
normal.
for it? Were they?
No,
yeah.
they-
It was
They're,
something like the 3rd or 6th biggest
Sixth biggest
earthquake ever recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gave us a 1 foot wave.
Yeah.
Well,
even surf on
it
that
gave
thing, dude.
some other people some big waves.
Where?
Yeah,
Hawaii?
Japan and
Japan.
Russia.
Hawaii
and
only
Russia.
got. Japan got
Yeah,
more.
Hawaii's way
Well,
far.
Russia was right next to it.
It
It
was off
happened
the
over
coast
by
of
Russia.
Russia.
Well, yeah, it happened.
So
yeah.
did it push water onto land?
Oh, yeah.
Like wiped out a town or something?
Yeah,
Or what?
Russia got hit hard.
I didn't
yeah.
see any news about that.
Well, it's in Russia. Nobody cares.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You look up tsunami. I had to search hard
Hey,
for it.
all my Eastern European friends, he didn't mean that.
Well, no, I care. That's
He's
why I
trying to
know
make-
that it happened.
He's
hey,
trying to make
for the
our
record,
media doesn't care.
For the record, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Our media, it's not like a.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, you know.
I bet you Trump and Grant Cardone are both Russian.
Okay. If it isn't anything you can throw at Joe Biden or Donald Trump, our
Oh,
media doesn't.
and all
Yeah.
realtors are Russian too.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
so
including
3.25 mil. It's a building on the Oregon coast. What is the building?
Three
Wait
and
a
a quarter.
second. 3.25.
It's currently
I thought it was less than that.
$3.25 million. We wrote an offer at 3.2. So
And this is a mixed use, or this is just a commercial building?
it's mixed use. It's mixed
Wait a
use.
second.
Well,
It's zoned mixed use.
right now it's just retail.
It's
How
all
big is
one
it?
story, right?
It's
Two.
2 stories.
2 stories.
We
Two stories,
have
yeah.
1 story with 19 retail,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then we got a second story up top that's just a shell right now.
Okay, how many total square feet?
Total square footage is 38,000.
And this is 3/4 of one block.
It's one.
This
whole-
is
One whole
whole
block.
So
Yeah,
it's got two
buying,
streets,
We're
4
buying
streets.
a block.
4 streets.
It's
Sort
no,
of. It's got
no,
3.
it's-
Oh, because on
Sort
the
of.
river. It has 2. And a back alley.
Oh, this
Yeah.
isn't next to mine. It's close to mine.
Yeah, close
Okay.
to yours.
Yeah.
Okay,
you
so
have one up there?
He's working on one,
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
It's
it
similar.
may never happen.
I'm doubling.
It may
He's
never
dabbling.
happen.
All right.
We got
Um,
this thing locked up
yeah.
so you can talk about it?
Yeah, 38,000 square feet.
Yeah.
3.25 mil.
So you're under $100 a square foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good place to start.
That's pretty nice.
yeah,
Real quick.
$85 a
Real
square
quick.
foot.
The tallest building in Portland sold for $46 million. Less
I thought
than
it was 40 mil.
It's
It was 46?
I think. Yeah. That's less than it cost to build in the 1980s.
Dude, like I was listening to one of our podcasts like 4 or 5 episodes ago, and I said this thing's on the market right now
Yep.
for 70 something million. It's going to probably trade for 40 to 50.
Yep. You nailed
Bam!
it.
Back to the napkin.
What's really interesting, it was like 40 days on market. The fact that it transacted that
quick.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deal, dude.
88% drop in value from Unico, who paid $370.
We got a call from a broker yesterday, and he was gossiping about one of the biggest developers in Oregon who's just like going under right now.
Oh.
Really?
Thousands of units.
Wait, I bet I know who it is, but I'm not going to say their name. But I
There
want
are
to talk
several
about it.
deals
Is
that
it the
have.
guy out of Portland
Mhm.
that has his own management company?
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
And there
Whoa.
are several
Oh my
deals
gosh.
coming available
Whoa.
from the lenders.
Oh.
Whoa.
So man, we were talking.
We're walking a couple of them.
We were talking about
You're gone, though.
one of the biggest hard money lenders in the state
Tuesday.
is their 30% of their portfolio is not performing right now. This is a totally different one. I think more than 30% of their portfolio is not performing, and there's going to be tens of millions of dollars of write-offs that come out of this.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's the deleveraging we want.
Wait, I can
It's
go
the
to that.
pain Jerome
He doesn't
Powell said
want
we
it.
were going to feel, unfortunately, but he said it 3 years ago, and now it's just being felt.
Dude, I felt a significant amount of pain the past 3 years.
So did I, but not like that.
Yeah.
He can weather the storm.
I was just sad.
I don't know.
I wasn't in a lot of pain.
All right. So it's $85 a square feet. What is the retail rent for on the bottom total?
The retail total rent right now, they got a rent roll at $30,000 a month.
Oh,
Okay.
you got 1% rule with a
and
half
that's,
full
is
building.
that triple net or probably not?
Look at Dane. He's like, yeah, dude, I know.
No, their NOI is about monthly $22,500.
So it pencils with the current rent roll,
Yeah. If we did nothing, it would pencil.
and these tenants are just small commercial tenants.
And it's
Yeah.
vacant too on like
On the top floor.
No, like 3 of the bottom are vacant or more.
No, not right now. Oh, maybe right
yeah,
now.
they are.
Yeah.
Is that 22.5 including that or no?
we walked it yesterday.
Then that happened in the last. Oh,
No,
they're.
it's been vacant. Those have been vacant. I've seen it for months. Yeah.
Oh, well, the rent roll they sent me was forged then.
Okay.
So-
because there's like at least 3 of those 19 are vacant, if not 5 or 6.
Well, then they
That's funny
falsified a rent roll.
because that's what it used to be when I looked at buying this building a few years ago.
Okay, so they were saying it's completely full.
The rent roll that I was given last week was completely full.
Sounds
So,
like we need to drop price.
It's easy to look full when you just erase the line item that has that unit on it.
I've been there. Done
Okay,
that,
might have
seen
done that.
So we're buying an 8.3 cap, you're saying?
Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah.
So that's just a okay deal.
8.3 cap
It-
on existing income.
What he did, no, on NOI, yeah.
If those are vacant, I don't know.
You're just going off of the income.
I'm going off the only information.
Okay,
I
so we
have.
got some DD to do there. But anyway, 8.3 cap on existing.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I have.
I
Yeah.
thought you said 3.8.
3.25 million.
Yeah, but it's an 8.3 cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
on in-place income.
Yeah.
It's already
yield.
is already
It's already
2
there.
points over debt.
Yeah, and
But it's a 100-year-old building or so, probably,
Yeah.
right?
Is this on the market?
It might have some
No.
foundational problems now.
Oh, you guys are not going to be able to do what you want to do. No fucking way.
yeah, we are.
It will not.
Yeah, we
They
are.
already have
Financially
they already
feasible.
have engineered plans.
No.
Okay,
way.
so
Yeah,
tell us more.
they already
Tell
have
us
it,
more.
yeah.
So the upside
That's
is,
cool.
And it's the same engineer we used for our last project.
So high level, this is a 38,000 square foot building.
and that's split half and half, or no?
No.
no.
How much is
There's more
upstairs?
down than up.
Yeah,
There's
more-
like
more
What's-
down than
what's
up.
the upstairs?
It's like
15,000?
it's like 21 and 16 or something.
So 16
Or
upstairs.
something.
Okay.
That's bad math.
How
17
tall
and
can you
21
go?
or something.
17.
we're not adding a floor. We're just going to finish the second level.
So it has a second level completely to
Shell.
the studs, a shell.
And you have the engineering for like retro.
So it'll be 27
Structural upgrades.
residential units over 19 commercial spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The the
And the income right now is just based off commercial, not the resi.
correct.
Mhm.
So you can create 27 residential units.
minimum. There's plans for more.
Yeah. How much
But-
do you think that's
so-
going to cost?
well, hold on.
No, I want to know.
$2.5 million. $2.5 million.
Shut up.
And that includes structural and something
No
else funky.
way. You're not getting structural and the units.
It's not like a full structural. There's just some little stuff up front.
Is it adequate structural?
Dude, all I know
You're
is
about to
that
change occupancy.
the guy who builds a lot of stuff and does it under budget every time said it was going to
So-
cost $2.5 million.
So that's
Has this
So-
guy ever done this type of project?
yeah.
So-
Yeah, it's not Mark.
Oh, okay.
It's Mark confirmed by
Structurally
two other
upgraded
guys.
A building through a
Oh
use
yeah,
conversion.
the
Okay,
guy,
cool.
the PM who's going to run it
Yeah.
has ran so much more difficult stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
okay. So that's $147 a square foot to finish out that top.
Mhm.
Well, a little less plus, so it's give or take plus the other structural stuff.
yeah. I love you, Mark, but I called Mark and I was like, how much is it going to cost? And then he told me, and then I called the guy who's gonna, and I was like, how much is this actually going to cost? And he was like, yeah, no, it'll probably.
Is this a
it'll be that.
continuation of the conversation we had a couple months ago?
Not that same deal. No,
okay.
that
No.
deal we didn't do. You were correct on that deal.
So what do you
Wait. Can we put this on record?
It's
It
on
is
record.
on
This
record.
is public.
We're
Who was
recording.
correct? Who was correct?
I mean, I
What?
don't want to. Never mind. Let's move.
I redact my statement.
You were not correct.
You don't want to say Mike was correct.
Never.
So I have it
building
on.
I've never seen off very limited information.
I have it at 8% debt, which I think is high for what we'll actually get on it.
No,
And
we're going to have higher than 8% debt because we're going into a construction.
You're going to
loan.
bridge
Construction-
that
I
immediately.
don't think we have to.
Construction to perm?
because of the current existing rent roll. You think
Correct.
we can get cheaper?
Because I think we can get a very similar loan from the same
so
people
it'll be like
that
a
we
blended.
just
So
correct.
it'll be blended. So
Correct.
we'll probably
so
get
we're
a
gonna get
two-part
we're gonna
loan
get just a normal loan, and then we'll get a construction line of credit
for 12,
and we
then
know we can
6.
do that
Yeah.
because we just
Just
got
did
a
it.
loan from
the
a
barracks,
lender.
from the
Mhm.
first property.
Yeah.
Hell
Okay.
yeah,
And
dude.
so
That's great.
Does that make
and
sense?
that rate was when rates were higher, and the rate was well below 8%.
So you think you can
So-
do that same structure, but get your underwriting at the rate you did the structure at before? You think you can do the same structure at a lesser rate?
I'm underwriting half a point higher than
Then,
before,
okay.
and rates are half a point lower. So
Okay.
You're
I
being
like this guy.
conservative.
So-
Do you want to come over to Rarebird?
I actually am thinking about. I was thinking about moving my license.
No, not a license. Come on, we talked about that.
All right. Does $147 a square foot make sense to you to finish out the shell?
Yeah,
It's already
The
got a
structural-
roof. It's already got.
yeah, because the structural is blowing. So out of our small
Probably needs a
units,
roof.
our small units, our cost are like $180 a foot.
yeah.
That's our latest takeout. We just took out on the budget
Because we're building at 200 to 220 ground up.
Mhm.
So conceptually,
Yeah.
that
So
makes
get
sense
rid
to
of
me.
excavation.
Correct.
Get rid of framing.
Yes.
Get rid of.
Land
yeah, but you
acquisition.
have a lot of steel.
Correct. I don't know if there's any steel, but
You have a brick building,
Uh-uh.
and you're going to add 27.
it's not a brick building.
I don't think it's a brick
Didn't you say it's
building.
masonry?
No, it's not unreinforced.
I don't think
It
it's-
just
no,
needs,
I don't think it's URM.
It needs
We don't
some
have
structural upgrade, but it's not. It's
Gotcha.
not
So
URM.
It
Yeah,
needs
yeah.
a structural upgrade probably because it's on the this water line, right? On the water.
No, it needs a structural upgrade because you're doing a use conversion.
Yes.
You're going to have to bring
Yeah.
it to 2018 structural code. Whatever,
Yeah.
2020
Yeah.
or whatever structural
I-
code we're on right
I think we're partway there on that already, and we don't have to do a use conversion. That's an upside
because it's
there.
already
We just-
residential.
we just have
so
to
you're
get
just
it permitted.
remodeling it.
Yeah, we just have to get
So that's
permits.
quicker.
It's quicker.
So your biggest threat is just a reassessment of the building. Your property tax is going up a lot.
yeah.
I ran into a problem nearby at another building that I own where we tried to add units upstairs to commercial, and they wanted it sprinkled.
Yeah.
So the fire marshal
We're gonna have
became.
to sprinkle this.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
then the problem is you've got to disrupt all of your tenant base below.
Yeah.
to run
In order to run,
sprinklers?
because you're going to have to sprinkle
the main level.
the main level.
Yeah.
Oh, also.
Because you won't be able to get insurance otherwise. Because especially if you've got a restaurant or somebody with a hood down below,
Yeah.
We have
the
none of that.
insurance
No.
does
But
not like.
You have to interrupt them,
residential
but
building.
you don't have to. Like you can do the drop down sprinkler if you have enough height.
Yeah.
Like we did this in our hotel or sprinkler system. You just see it, but it was
exposed.
significantly cheaper.
I don't think we will have to sprinkle the bottom floor.
You will.
I was reading about it.
Oh really?
Yeah, because
We should start there. We should
Yeah.
start there because that was the fun. We got all the way through. The city wants these mixed-use projects where you have people
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
above commercial, but then
Absolutely.
insurance doesn't like it. Fire marshal doesn't like it. So that's where we start.
I would say I have an email from the city on a different project that's zoned the same in the same city where they wanted to add residential on top of retail, and the email says, hey, you do have to sprinkle the top floors, but you don't have to add sprinklers to the bottom floor.
And
That's the only reason I believe that. There's a precedence. However, we're still going to obviously
And you bank
check
on emails?
on the front
Well-
end.
well-
I bank on it more than a phone call, man.
I would bet
I
that
don't
the
know.
biggest headache in this deal is going to be the fire marshal.
Okay.
Okay.
Probably.
So 147 makes sense conceptually. Before we do DD, might be more once we go in there, but
Mhm.
2.5 million roughly. We're building 27 units, maybe a few more.
Mhm.
Those 27 units, what size are they per unit? So it's 27 at 17.
We're building 28 units.
Okay, 28
and-
units, 17,000 square feet,
Yeah, they're like
600 square feet. Are we mixing twos or are we doing all ones?
no, it's all ones and
Okay.
studios.
Ones and studios. 28 of them. Okay, what do those rent for?
We have what I underwrote to is lower than what.
What'd
our
you
property-
underwrite to?
I underwrote to us being able to rent the ones at 14,
Gabe, does that sound right to
Ooh,
you?
that seems a lot.
and the
I've got ones that are higher than that down the street.
yeah,
Really?
and so
And
that's
not
what
in its
she
new-
used his as a
And they're
comp,
not
actually.
new sexy units. They're
Yeah.
old
Really?
vintage stuff.
She said she thought we could get 15.
Well, remember, this
50.
is Oregon coast, and we're very, very close to the water. So
no supply. Yeah.
where are you going to go if you want to live next to
I
the
don't know,
beach?
it's more about income. Can people afford it?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, they pay it. I mean, our
Okay.
other property.
So that's
proved that.
312 in NOI we can create, assuming 5% vacancy, 30%.
What are we getting? What we're getting in the ones in Astoria? What do we get up there? Those are one beds.
16.
Those are $16.95. I
There
think.
you go. For a one bed, we get $16.95.
Shut the
in
front
Astoria.
door.
Yeah.
You want-
I mean,
you want to go to
there's
Well,
some of
Astoria
those.
is kind of actually a wealthy town, relatively.
Some of those are pretty big.
but apartment dwellers don't seem
What do
like
you
they're
have as
sharing out
total
wealth.
NOI, Trevor?
So 582.
Okay, yeah. So I underwrote to 504.
Okay, so this is
I-
like a $9.7
I'm going-
million dollar building on the back end.
I underwrote to 8.8.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to go low on everything.
Okay.
And
So if it's
3 million
actually
plus
I'm just
3
backing
million.
that.
325 plus 25, if we actually
$6
hit
million.
those numbers, then we
66%.
we turn
69.
1.4 million into 4.6 million,
Okay, so
which
Yeah.
I think would be pretty good.
1.4 being the
Down payment.
the
capital
cash to
infusion.
close.
so we're gonna be all in at 575. Is that 2.5 account for interest reserve or anything like that, or no?
No, but
Yeah, I think your numbers are.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't account for it. But we have income throughout,
Oh,
and we
paying.
only pay interest once we pull the
Draw,
line
as we draw on
And
it.
so
Okay,
our
so it won't
first
be as
position, our
expensive.
first position loan is going to be the debt coverage on the first position loan
Is already covered.
It's,
Yeah.
it's through the roof.
Yeah,
and
because
so then once we
if
start
we go
pulling the
8%
line,
IO on an 8 cap on it, and then
This is like a covered land play where you just get to go add
We're not
units.
even-
It's better than a covered
better
land
than a
play because
covered
you get to
land
roll
play.
into
Yeah.
a development immediately.
And we're not even gonna be negative on our cash flow from the construction line until month like 8 or something.
Okay.
And then we'll be almost done. And I don't know when I don't know when we can start renting the units.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You're
it's going to
going to
be
do
like
this project in 8 months
No. I think it'll end up taking like 14. And
to build it.
No, not to build it. No, we'll be able to build it quicker than that.
Just to build and
I'm saying
stabilize?
under contract for 105 days. I'm assuming permits take another 4 months, which I don't think they actually will for this. I don't know. But I'm assuming it'll take 8 months to get permits in total, and 4 months of that will be under contract for. And then after that, I'm assuming it'll take 10 months to actually do the project.
How many units are in the pipeline to come out of the ground in this market in the next 18 months?
66.
No, it's a little more. It's like 105 or something.
So not a lot.
It's 105 in a market of 8,000 that has 2% vacancy, and so that 105.
So adding 28 is not a big.
If you add 28, your worst case scenario, assuming that people don't decide to go from having 4 people live in a 2-bedroom to both having their own 2-bedroom because the market's so tight on vacancy already, which I think will happen, then your vacancy worst case just goes to 4%, and you're still below the market average. Because vacancy is so low there. So you're only delivering 2% of the total market's units in whatever period of time, a year, which is standard. And so the assumption is people will move from other cities. People will also split up their households, because in markets that are that tight, you have people living together that wouldn't live together if they had the option to not. And so there's that take. But assuming none of that happened, nobody moves in, nobody has babies, and nobody moves out of their household that's overoccupied, then you go to 4% vacancy.
The analogy I like is pouring water on the desert. This is
Exactly.
a market with very little competition that has a big demand, and nobody's going there.
Yeah.
Because it's the Oregon coast, and friends don't let friends buy on the Oregon coast.
Capital stays away.
That's because they're bad friends, and they don't want
when they own a plane and they like you.
They don't want their friends to be successful.
It is hard to find investors and lenders to go to small markets
It's
like
just
that.
you have to work harder, and you expose yourself to some risk.
If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth it. Somebody way smarter than me said that.
Coastal market. I mean, none of this stuff is sexy to a big, institutional grade investor.
Okay.
It'll never get
Sexy to a little guy like me, though.
Lil Dane.
Sorry.
Lil Dane.
Conceptually, that makes sense. And then are we doing construction to perm on it? Is the goal? Or an earn-out?
The goal would be the same structure that we did on the previous loan.
So the previous loan, we did an earn-out. We got to pull it all back out. So in that case, if we got a 7.6 value, which is pretty conservative even on those.
Really conservative.
And we have 5.75 cost, we would debt cover, and we would be able to pull that.
Are we nearing the end of our business model on our other project?
It's done, yeah.
Yeah.
So that was our 40 unit 40-ish unit, and we did the same kind of idea where we got a first, we got a construction loan, and at the end we get an earn out, so we convert to perm,
earn out now,
and we get our capital back out.
We get plus an extra $2 million.
The earn out is actually technically a cash out refinance that's pre-approved with no points.
So it's already set rate on the front end.
You essentially have a construction draw that's subordinate to the first.
Correct.
It's going to convert to a long-term loan at the back end.
Correct.
And if you don't spend all of it, they cash it out to you.
Except they're going to cash out more than that.
That's why I said it's a
You're
refinance.
going to get more debt on top of the construction.
Correct.
Yes.
And they approved the earn out.
So it's it's a cash out refi.
Okay. So the performance then isn't based on cost control on the remodel. Performance is based on NOI on the back.
You want to do both, but yes, yeah.
We had a couple $100,000 in cost controls.
So
we had a couple million in value add.
Got you. So then you get the double dip. You get your cost controls back, and then you get the liquidity bump from the value.
So we had
because you focus on yield, and you create significant yield, and significant yield creates significant value, and lenders love to see significant liquidity and equity, and then they reward you.
We turned a $3 million building into an $8 million building.
And on that, we came in $200,000 under budget on $1 million budget.
Yeah.
Hey, is Mark looking for another?
Mark's
You're
busy.
trying to steal Mark and Dane?
Mark's
not
busy.
you guys. Not you guys.
Mark's busy. He can already fundraise, and he doesn't need somebody without a license.
I don't know guys that, like with big enough pockets for you, Gabe. Like I just don't know those human beings. I'm sorry. Maybe one day I'll try to steal you from your own company.
Okay, so we'll be able to go construction and perm, pull everything back out, create 3 to 4 mil in equity also.
Yeah.
And then have a cash flowing building that's completely remodeled on the backside.
Yeah.
Do we have upside on the retail rents too?
Upside on retail rents? I would assume so. They filled them.
If those are vacancies and they're showing you vacancies and have 3 of them, I mean, that's automatic upside. But
yeah.
Are these? There's 19 of them, so they average like 2,000 square feet.
So
retail units.
The retail units?
1,000.
No, they're like 1,000.
Yeah, because we got 21,000 square feet. He's saying ish.
Something like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
And 19 of them, so a little over 1,000.
They're small, easy to rent.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, and good location, view on the main.
And these are like just little retail joints,
random
owner-occupied
stores.
businesses,
Hair
local shop
dressers.
owners.
They turn
barbers.
pretty quick, but our PM is well involved.
So our TI, we're gonna have TIs on all those though, right?
It's
not
very-
on
they're
stuff
not-
like that. It's tiny.
It's not very expensive.
because they're just
Yeah.
using open space.
Yeah, in my
Yeah.
building, it's very interesting because we rent them almost like they're apartments, and when they turn, they turn kind of like an
You do pay.
apartment.
1,000 square foot.
Yeah, it's not like you're doing big $200,000
Yeah, it's not. There's no
TIs.
restaurants. We don't have to do all that.
Yeah.
You're not putting a manufacturing line in there.
Okay.
That might be one of the problems I had at the other building I own is I do have 2 restaurants and a coffee shop in it, and then I was trying to put units above it, and that's just a disaster to try to push
Yeah.
through.
That's
So-
different. That's way different.
At 575 to 6, all in costs. What are we gonna get? 80%, 90%, 75%
On the front end?
Yeah.
I have front end LTC at 77%.
Okay.
Loan
So
to
you got
cost.
a $2.1 million loan at acquisition.
Well,
So we need, that's
no,
your
they're-
1.4.
they're ki- they're
Why
kinda
will we not
funky.
get more leverage because it's a construct? Because typically we can take it 90%.
I modeled it based on the exact loan that we got in Astoria. So, because they were kind of weird with like how much we had to put down, and then some of the money too that I have in there is based on they made us put 25% of the line of credit in, or of the construction budget in before they would release the money for
so they spent
construction.
our money first. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I based it off of we had
Okay.
to put 25% down and then 25% on the construction line.
Okay,
of
so
credit.
1.4 makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, so I
Yeah, that's like on the high end.
correct. I think
Yeah.
that's on the yeah. I think that's like our max that we'll need. I think there's potential that it'll be lower than that.
Okay.
But we'll see.
So we've been tracking this deal for a while. Are you more
Years.
excited about it now than
So
you were
much
then?
more.
Like what got you more excited
We
about
have a
it?
team
When
to do it.
when we initially looked at it, they were not excited to sell. Their price was much higher, and they had fewer units occupied, right? And we were working on other projects and hadn't really done anything in Astoria, and so I didn't know the upside in terms of rents, because the first time I underwrote it, my rents were like $400 lower than what they are now, and my rents are still lower by $200 than what the PM thinks we can get. And she was right on the last one. She was $300 over what we underwrote to on the other project.
So you
And
were
so-
conservative. Expectations were high. Their expectations have come down. You realized how conservative you were, and
Yeah.
you can still be conservative.
Correct.
So there's potentially another 750 grand in value if we hit those.
Well,
rents
I mean,
now.
if you look at it purely from like Mike, from a price per square foot on sale basis, like a mixed use building in downtown, price per square foot, it's 40. I think in total it's actually 42,000 square feet. So if you look at it at 42,000 square feet and you say it's $220 a square foot for a
We're gonna be all in it.
new upstairs, and then
Yeah.
like good shape retail.
Yeah, so we're gonna be all in at 150 a square foot on the whole project.
Correct.
And then our like yield on it is 582 divided by 6. Call it. We're
You're
gonna be
going
at
to be
a
into it less than
10%.
that if you're buying it at 100 a foot and building at 147.
Well, I just said we're gonna be all in at 6 mil divided by.
Yeah, because you're blending $85 a foot and one.
I don't know. We're gonna be
47.
all in at 6 mil. Well,
And
so
that's 150 a foot, 138,
150, 150, yeah. Divided by 38,000 is 151. So what, or 157, 158.
What's
yeah.
the downside risk here? Where can this deal go wrong?
So construction costs
No,
too
don't
high.
try and kill it.
I'm just
That's
asking the
not
question.
good.
I'm channeling my inner Mike Nuss
that's
right
a,
now.
At cost, that's
Yeah.
a 10 cap that we're creating.
Mhm.
So that's cool.
I mean, why kill it? I'm fucking on board. Let's go.
Let's think.
I just
want to
know, like, what can go wrong?
So,
well, your
construction
147
costs.
can turn into 290.
Overruns.
Yeah, your time, your permitting can go longer. Your fire department can say no. We need a sprinkler in the smaller building,
and we don't have a tsunami insurance.
You don't have tsunami insurance. I mean, yeah, but you've. Dude, if you're creating a 10 yield and you can get your rate down.
I mean, what I like about the deal is it's a deal as it is, and then we're just making it even better. We don't have to take a ton of risk. Even if we couldn't end up building the units,
so
we still have a building.
Exactly. You can never develop it, and just your acquisition loan debt covers.
And you just got to shut down your line of credit.
We don't even have to pull the line of credit. Yeah.
So I guess you're not at risk at permitting, right? Because if they don't improve your permits, then
so there's still we're sitting on this project we don't want to sit on necessarily. Then,
so you're saying what's okay? So there's
they don't approve permits. Now we got this building that we can't do our business model on, right?
So it clunks up your.
I mean, so here's the thing, though. So the risk isn't that they never do permits. It's that they take longer.
Yeah. They could never.
And so then we just sit on,
or that it costs more because the scope. The scope they require.
Totally. And so the goal is really that you can get your costs figured out prior to your DD period ending, and then if your costs are totally figured out, then you're just saying, when am I going to get
How long does
permits?
it take to get those costs figured out? Because we got 30 days to do it, basically.
I mean, I think that our guys can be within 20% for sure just by walking it. Okay. Right, and seeing the plans, because we have engineered plans. So for that piece of it, because that includes.
But we're going to redevelop the engineered plans, right? To get more units, because it's 20.
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're probably it's 28 right now, and his like.
I don't know. 27 just sounds like a great number.
He'd do the same thing with.
It's a Fibonacci sequence. Or it's not. It's just a multiple of 3.
All right. It's also a multiple of 9, dude.
Which is a multiple of 3.
It's also a multiple of 1.
Oh, 3 is a great number, okay?
3 is a good
The
number.
world loves 3.
Threes.
Science likes 3.
Tripod.
Nature.
Like when you wake up in the morning.
Mike was talking about camping before the episode.
We just need to hit stop.
Okay, I have 2 more questions. Actually, it's one question divided in 2. So what is the exit strategy if the deal goes wrong, and what is the exit strategy if the deal goes right?
So it sounds like if it goes wrong, and let's say we don't create the 3 to 4 in value and we create 1, then you're exiting, and we get to make no money, but your investors still hit their return at that point, as long as you can do it in the timeline. And we just did all this work, wasted all this time to make no money, which sucks.
Dude, I've done that a lot.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But everybody gets out okay.
But if that's our downside risk, and it's just us risking our time and effort, and the investors...
The downside is we wasted our time and effort, and
but we still got
everybody got out okay, and they got returns.
Yeah, if they got returns still and they roll it to a forward project,
that's pretty
and we
good
built
downside.
The relationship. Yeah. I mean, the downside is you lose all your money on every deal.
Well, there's a lot of value in that.
Yeah.
The downside, that is the downside for every deal, but that's also like saying you have a tsunami and the whole building gets knocked down. It's like, we got to be realistic too.
Yeah.
So what's the exit if you do it right? You hang on to it?
I don't think we have. Dude, why did you sneeze into the mic?
You're not supposed to use the mic.
You literally,
went use the mic to cover my
straight
mouth.
into the mic.
So gross.
No one uses
Bless
So
you.
our next guest is gonna sit right there.
That was so foul.
We'll clean it.
This is a hold in perpetuity for us, right?
I don't
really?
know.
Oh yeah, I love this.
So
building.
why I think we do the construction, like these deals are my favorite because we create good balance sheet. We have good leverage on our balance sheet. On the backside, we get the investor returns. They get their money back. Plus, they get to stay in perpetuity.
Perpetually.
Perpetually.
So this is one of those gems that helps your balance sheet.
And then we're at a 10 cap with 6% debt, and then like
cash flows.
Yeah, and then we
improves
have
your global DSCR.
Our yield on cost is super high, or our yield on capital is super high.
10.
And
your cash on cash return is super high. Your yield's 10.
Yeah, yield on cost.
What's the difference between cash on cash and a
yield
on
cost
cash?
is different.
10.
Yield on cost is different. I'm talking about
NOI divided by cost.
You said 10% yield on your cost.
Yes, we're at 582 NOI, bag of the napkin, 6 mil cost, 5.75.
But I'm saying the dollars that we had to put into.
Oh,
yeah, that's a cash
different.
on cash.
Yeah,
that's a cash on cash. So your yield on cost is just your overall yield. If you didn't have any debt, is going to be your 10%.
And our cost, not at the value. So the cap.
So here's a question though. I guess cash on cash
Net
different
cash
than
return,
by the amount of cash,
but different than
return on equity.
Correct.
Because
yes.
we're gonna have $5 million sitting in there. And the
These
other
are
thing,
all three different metrics.
the other thing that I don't like about these buildings, to friends don't let friends buy on the coast, is the value to us is like $1 million higher than what we would be able to sell it at. Like if we were saying we were going to roll this into another stabilized building,
because you don't have buyers in that market buying retail.
You got to
cap
sell it at
rates.
just a higher cap rate than it's worth to us, right?
Yeah.
But we're getting the same interest rate.
Because we could potentially get debt on appraisal based at 6 cap, but
So,
you might have to sell it
the
at
reason
6.5 or
you
7.
invest at the coast is to improve your global DSCR, to improve your...
The reason we invest in the coast is because there was a deal available.
The reason you hold
right-
in
perpetuity.
perpetuity.
It's
Yeah.
also because
good
we are
price.
highly invested at the coast, and these
Yeah.
are markets that we understand that we already have infrastructure.
We have every piece we need. We can roll.
That's the 10
So-
10 yield on cost is through your expertise.
Yes.
We've got
so
the scale that
why
other
it's
people-
awesome
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
is the timeline aligns really well, where we're building our 66 units and also on the coast, and we just went out there 30. Like I was gone for 30 days, come back. We have 2 more buildings out of the ground. Other 2 buildings fully painted. We have roofs on all 4 of
That's
them.
the beauty of new construction is you get to leave, and the next time you come back, it's
Dude, it's
different.
You should have seen Trevor's face yesterday when we walked into the parking lot. He's like,
Wow.
I love this building.
Gave Mark a pat on the back.
Yeah, dude. It was
I'm like, why do
slap
you
on
love
the
this
bum.
building? It's just another apartment complex. He's all excited.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
that-
So and then we get to take those dudes, same exact everyone, and just be like, all right, you just finished this. Let's start this next one.
Yeah.
They're ready. They're going to be pumped. They all invested in that previous.
I was going to
project.
say, there's guys too who just like put in a small amount.
Yep.
That as a test the water.
I was getting all excited about the building down the street because we were wrapping up like the care facility and all that stuff. It's like, oh, good, because all these partners want to do the same thing. It's
Yeah.
like, great, we can just take them and move them to this other project.
down the street from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until
your
the
cottage cluster
city
thing?
of Portland fucked that all
Oh,
up.
in Portland. Okay.
I even
Don't they
get into
always?
it. Dude, they took away our approval.
What?
Yeah.
Was it in writing?
They fired the planner. Supervisor came in and said, you have to get a conditional use approval.
Why?
Because this little tiny piece of the code that they're...
Oh,
and
my
so
God.
we could
You
hire a land-
attorneys on that?
We could, but it's probably just easier just to go down the conditional use approval road.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude,
how much heartburn
here's
is
what
that?
I did. We got a free consultation with the land use attorney, and I had ChatGPT write a nasty letter to the city based like, we're going to sue you. And it scared the attorney away.
Oh, he's like, I don't think I want to work with you guys.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, you need to understand the context. I wrote this letter to get your feedback to ask, is this overkill? Is this a bad route? Like,
Did it really scare him, or did he just think, oh, these guys don't need me? They
have
just do
some
it
conflict
themselves?
of interest potentially because they represent the city.
The
of
city?
Portland.
Yeah, that's a big client. Try to find
Yeah,
an attorney that wants to go against the
Yeah.
city.
We got the guy for you.
Yeah, well, the great thing about that, so
Yeah, we
again,
do.
you consult with people, so they're like, yeah, I understand your issue with this one piece of the code, and you probably could hire an attorney, and you could probably get that, but here's another piece of the code you might want to be concerned about, and it may not be worth opening this can of worms.
We met with a seller of a building a week or so ago. I think we told you about this project, redevelopment. Also, yeah, we did. And he sues the city. Like, that's his job. You should connect with him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sues the government.
He's up in Portland?
Yeah, text Jude and say
He
ask
holds
for
the
John's
record
number.
for highest settlement from the
Oregon.
government in Oregon. $1 billion.
This was the landlord attorney.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should contact
He
him.
might not want to do your little
No,
stuff, but
I
he'd
think
be
he
Wants to have
loves
lunch
fight.
with me.
He does.
That guy just wants to know me
Yeah.
because we're going to have fun.
Let's put him on the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
we
be
should.
sick.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
know him because that'd be fun.
He has fun doing it.
Yeah, let me set a reminder. You guys keep talking.
This is the
What are you
best.
doing? Are you doing a deal right
so
now?
I gotta get him on the
probably-
podcast.
We gotta,
He's
we gotta
making
get-
notes.
This is our goal too. Offering memorandum done by next Friday. We need to have an OM done by next Friday for Gilbert.
Oh, for your
we just need
capital.
to. We need to get those done so fast.
So
fast.
I need to give one of our partnerships, our first build to rent partnership, an update. So ChatGPT. So I've been prepping ChatGPT, like just verbally explaining all these projects. Like, I want you to folder these different partnerships. Here's what each project looks like. Here's the state of where everyone is. And so now the next phase is to load up the performa that we created for the project, load up the actual general ledger of all the expenses that we've done, load in the construction quote that we just got, and then create a report that I can give to the investor. And it'll probably be wrong. There's some wrong information.
Yeah,
I'm going to have
fix
to
it.
make sure it's fixed. But I'm really excited to allow like this agent to start working for me. And then even uploading the podcast, it was just an agent. Like I just verbally walked it through it and then added some links. It was great.
The power of AI.
Dude, it's insane.
So sick.
It is insane.
I use it for
counseling.
everything.
I'm using it as a counselor.
I heard that's not recommended.
My concern was about that, but no, because what does a counselor do?
Just listen.
Ask you
and
questions
ask
and
you
listen.
questions.
Yeah.
But what does a counselor have? They have bias. They have an environment. They have their own ears and their own brain that runs. They don't listen and hear everything you say.
Bad one.
They cannot categorize you and then remember, right? They have a whole bunch of clients. So there's no way a counselor can truly be
Focus just on you.
Exactly. ChatGPT can.
I
Really,
asked
they can.
ChatGPT, I said, based on all the questions I ask you and the information you know about me, what are the 5 worst qualities about myself?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So here's the
What
thing.
What did it say? Please share.
You write bad offers.
So ChatGPT, it's bullshit, right? Like, if you don't give it a bunch of information, it's bullshit. So there's this prompt like, everything you know about me, respond to who I am. They're all the same responses because the AI typically doesn't know that people are asking the question. So here's an example, like our local GoBundance, everyone did that and they asked the stupid prompt and they all put it in. Like 9 people did it. 7 of them started, you are a builder. You do these things. Like they all are the same fucking response.
They know a lot about me and Trevor, though.
Dude, the first thing I asked, I was trying to compare my intelligence to the general people. So I said, based on all my conversations, how does my intelligence compare to everyone else that asks you questions? It's like, we can't do that, but here's all the things that we
Why
think
can't
you're
it
good
do
at.
that?
Because it can't interlace.
Compare. Oh, yeah.
And I said, okay, based on that, what are the most negative things about myself based on my conversations?
What
with
did
you?
it say?
It's all positive. So I push myself too hard sometimes. You can be overly direct or blunt.
Oh, yeah. He says that's a positive thing.
You sometimes jump ahead before systems are fully stable. You don't always easily trust others, and you may struggle with stillness or being present.
You definitely easily trust others. It's wrong on that.
I don't.
Yeah,
trust
I mean,
you at all.
don't we have an episode about you going 800 grand in debt for just being dumb and trusting?
I don't trust you at all.
But I'm not blunt.
Overly, you like that. He thinks that's a positive, being overly direct or blunt.
It is. It adds value.
It can be.
It can be. It can piss people off.
Oh yeah, it can.
You could
That's why we balance each other out.
That's why I got fired from SMI, dude.
It's funny. Here's the what I realized the other day was that the reason that Gabe is so good at making friends is because he treats everybody like
Same.
they're already friends.
Oh.
Like he just everybody's just already his friend.
I've never met a stranger.
No, never
He
met a
doesn't
stranger.
prejudge people.
No. And the reason that Trevor might not be quite as good at making
I'm
friends
still pretty good.
Nowhere close.
is not
good,
even
though.
close
Pretty
to
good,
as
though.
good as Gabe.
Pretty good.
It's not even comparable.
Yeah, you gotta
wait,
like real
but
estate
let me
to
let
like
me
this
let
guy.
me. The reason that Trevor kind of struggles is because Trevor also treats everybody like they're already friends.
But I treat my friends much worse than Gabe.
But Trevor has a very
just a bad friend.
Trevor has a very specialized group of friends, and we love him so much. And everybody wants to be Gabe's friends.
Why is that?
But I was like, well, Trevor's authentic all the time, and so is Gabe. And then I was like, oh,
But Gabe is authentically
That's
nice.
the-
And Trevor's authentically
I like that
jerk.
Dane called us specialized.
Specialized.
It's like the specialized Olympics.
We can't all be the same person, so this is good.
That's
No, it's
true.
perfect.
We offset each other.
Yeah.
We couldn't do what we
Absolutely.
do without the magic. It takes all types to make the world go
Just
around.
think if you guys didn't have me, you'd be so
Oh my
boring.
gosh, wouldn't it be? We
a good
couldn't talk.
blend.
We couldn't
We
talk
couldn't talk about
the
fucking
10-year
economics,
yield all
dude.
day long.
Dude, honestly, I would love this podcast
Trevor's
so
like,
much more.
wait a second, maybe we should.
Oh, is this my last episode? I've been wondering when you guys are gonna fire me. Like,
No.
is that new studio you're building? Like, you're just I'm never gonna.
Sorry,
get a
Mike.
key.
We're not giving you the address.
I wish we had clips of Trevor. We need to do this where we're talking about economics and me and Mike and Gabe are fully engaged and Trevor's just sitting over there staring at the table. It'll be like 15 minutes of Trevor just like no words are going into his ears. He hears none of it.
It's proof that he's the next Paul Curley. Every time I have lunch with Paul now, he's like, you guys get all technical, and you and Mike, you talk about all these things. He goes, in my experience, none of that stuff really matters. You just buy real estate and hang on to it. And I'm like, yeah, but we kind of want to know a little bit of the reason why we buy the real estate and hang on to it.
Well, think of it. If we didn't, what else would we do?
I don't know.
What's
Go
our
play
job?
golf
I think
barefoot?
it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah, you
We
can only
like to do
so
this.
much of that.
I like to sit and talk about it. I think
Trevor
it's fun.
actually is officially unemployed. So
Oh,
he is going to start thinking about
Hey, Trevor.
economics much more.
he's got a cool chain.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big day for me.
He retired at 28 for the third time.
Third time.
There's nothing better
I
than being
retired the
part of
first
the
time at
unemployable.
24, but
Making enemies and having fun. He never listens to my advice. I always tell him what he should do, and then he does the opposite.
no,
He's
I
also-
did it. I retired my license.
For the record, he's 29 years
There
old.
are people
did.
that have fun making enemies. I'm sure of that.
Dude. Okay, Mike, would you buy this deal? So okay.
No, we got to go to lunch.
He took as much as he could.
We got
threshold met.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5
I'm
minutes.
so
5
over it.
minutes. 180 grand a door in Vancouver, mixed into a nice neighborhood. Rents for $15.50 a unit. You can push it to like $16.25 or so.
2-bedroom, 1.5 bath
Yep,
units.
something like
Sounds
that.
like my deal that took from you guys.
Yeah, but this one's way better. But
deal sucks.
so this one we're coming.
That's done. The triplex is done, and I think we're going to sell it to one of our partners, so we don't have to take it to the market.
That's cool.
I'm really excited
Really?
about that. Yeah.
That is
One of the partners that's
So-
already in the deal, or a different
yeah,
partner?
Yeah, he's
really.
going to buy it from us.
There you
Yeah.
go.
So this is 186 a door. The dude bought 200 units of heavy value add and then didn't pay attention to it, so he had really high vacancy on these, and then he went underwater on his loans. Yeah, and he wasn't servicing them. So now it's a 335 loan balance, 335 purchase price. We assume the loan. He's paying all broker fees and loan assumption fees. We're just
How many
paying
units?
our
So 180
18
unit for 330.
186. Yeah.
What's the interest rate?
3.3 or 4
Oh, they're going to cash
with,
flow.
with 7 years left. So I don't think it will still, but we're going into it. It'll bleed 18 grand year one is where I have it at.
Oh, yeah.
On
So what's the
100
debt?
100% leverage.
So it's 180 cost, 180 debt.
Mm-hmm.
But that, dude, 1550 at 3 whatever should service 100.
You have a lot of vacancy though in units that aren't turned. Or
No,
what?
no, they're turned. So I'm writing it conservatively. So like I think one rent bump you start to cash flow
Yeah.
on it. But like I have it at 18 grand bleed year one. So we're essentially paying 18. We're leaving him as 10% owner.
It's not
too.
even a bleed, dude. That's just the
Yeah.
cost to do the deal.
Okay, so you like
Insurance
it?
payment.
Yeah, exactly.
So you like it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do.
I like it,
Absolutely.
too. And there's, like,
7 years.
7
You get that debt at 7 years at that cost basis.
Yeah, there's 7 years left.
I
I,
like
believe.
that.
I can't
I like
remember. It's
that.
2032. Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's
'cause he
hard
got
to
it in
get
22.
It's still hard to get Vancouver apartments.
Yeah, I was like, this seems like a decent price per unit, decent rent, a little upside on rent. It's
And it's in a good part of
renovated, like
town?
you just sit on it.
It's
and
not like the streets that are lettered, O Street and S Street and T
yeah,
Street.
because he had two.
Stay away from that neighborhood.
He had 2 other projects like this too that I wanted to do, but his debt was higher on them, and it would bleed over 5 years. And I was like,
No, bleeding over one's fine.
But yeah, and then it's like, let's say he hasn't even given the rent bumps. I'm running a year, like so. At the end of the year, you give the rent raise. Like, let's say we can give it 3 months in, 6 months in, then you don't even have that. So
I think
buy
it's a
it.
sick deal.
cool.
How many units is it?
Hey,
18.
actually, I'm going to call that guy and tell him you don't even have to pay any broker fees. I'll just buy it.
Are you gonna pay the broker
Actually,
fees?
Trevor could do that too.
No, brokers can just exit the conversation.
Trevor can do that
well,
too.
Well, I was pitching them originally. I was like, hey guys, like we don't really want to bring money into this, but we'll do it without money, and we'll pay our escrow fee, which is like $2,000 or $5,000 or whatever. So
And
we
were
got
like, that's too much.
no, so
You're going to ask the guy to fill your gas tank when you drive up there too.
Will you buy us lunch?
well, so I pitched them on staying in the deal too.
On the waterfront. We're not talking McDonald's here.
No. I pitched them on owning part of the deal with us as their fee, and they're like, "No, it's fine. We don't want to own the real estate. He'll just pay our fee." And I was like, oh,
All right.
okay, cool."
Okay,
You figure that one out.
This is why we hate brokers. I'm sorry.
Quit saying that, Mike.
I'm so glad.
dude,
I'm
Dane and I are sitting right here.
I told them.
You
I
guys are
love
not
brokers.
You
We're
just
good
have
We're,
men.
we're licensed.
We're good men.
Well,
We're licensed brokers in
Having
the
a
state of
license
Oregon
doesn't make you a broker.
Dude,
the word
that's
broker.
fair.
Well, these guys own no real estate. I was like, guys, you're going to make the same amount of money because you're going to take depreciation on this. Plus, you're going to get your money back. That's your fee. So you're going to make the same amount you would, and you'll own some real estate now.
Which is
and,
more
And
money.
they were like, we don't do that.
There's this song that's called Dum Da Dum Dum Dum.
Trevor just
I
loves
love these
beating his
guys.
head against this brick wall of like,
He does it all
I
the
want
time.
brokers to
People
own real estate. I do. He learned it from me because I want everybody to own real estate. And then we gave a little talk to a group the other day, and I'm standing there halfway through, and I'm telling them the most important thing I could possibly tell them in their whole life.
They have no
and they're all just looking at me like, "Can we go get some free donuts or something?" Like, I mean. Not everybody wants what we have, and not everybody's going to be able to learn what we know. I still want to give the information away. I want everybody to get rich, but it's like either you're going to get it or you're not. Like you can lead lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
You can if you starve them of starvation.
You starve
them of starvation.
Starve them of what? You make them really thirsty.
If you dehydrate them.
So just to like close the loop on the whole broker. So this is why they hang their license at Marcus and Millichap, right?
Instead of
Whoa,
Redbird.
dude.
No, it's not.
We love Marcus and Millichap. These
It
guys
is
are
not
great.
Marcus and Millichap.
Yeah, but they don't own real estate.
Correct.
These brokers don't own real estate
because they're good brokers.
Yeah.
They're out.
Or Colliers. We can throw any big brokerage.
They're just
under
helping
that.
us own real estate.
The funny thing is that when somebody doesn't want to buy real estate that Gabe tells to buy real estate, he's just kind of like, meh. And when somebody doesn't want to buy real estate that Trevor tells to buy real estate, and it always makes sense. They should always do it. It just drives you up a wall.
It makes so much sense.
It makes him so... I'm like, dude, I don't understand why they wouldn't just join the deal. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Because he's
like,
28 and Gabe's 50.
That's fair. 29. Sorry. That was mine.
And I'm only 49, by the way.
Yeah, 29,
I'm turning
49.
50 this year. Then I'll be really wise.
Dude, you look great
I'll be
for
the
50.
Wow, thanks,
Yeah.
Mike. That's
His
nice.
biological age is only 62. So, but it's been going down.
Yeah, it was
it's the
75
trend.
last month.
It's the trend. It's the trend.
I'm moving closer to my real age.
Yeah, it's like a job report. You gotta look at it over a period of time.
Dude, I also gave the best offer I thought I ever gave on a building where they wanted $1 million. So I gave them the way to get all the cash out they want tax free, plus upside on the building, plus the purchase price they want, plus 15% on some of their money, also tax free, and they wouldn't do it.
He was so mad.
It's too complicated.
It was a lot.
But they were throwing all the things they wanted, and I had to think so hard, how do I give them all of this? And I gave it to them, and they're like, nah.
Yeah, so sometimes you don't want to do that because then they say no and they come back later and then you're like, well, I don't want to do that
Well,
anymore.
the guy who taught us how to leverage deals is Paul. And Paul was going to sell a building, and he's going to have to drop the price because the price was too much, and he was going to have to drop it like $1 million. I said, Paul, you could just sell it to us, and we'll buy it, and we'll just do
This
a
is
deal.
Paul
You carry
that
a
said
note.
no to it?
And Curly goes, I'd rather just lower the price and take the cash and move on. Like, here's the guy who taught us the blueprint.
The guru.
On how to leverage deals, and
Yeah.
as a seller, even he didn't want to be creative.
Yeah.
But I love selling deals that way because, like, we make...
No, there's times where you just want to get rid of it. You
Oh,
just-
there are
I just
times,
want it
there are
off my
times.
plate. It's like having that little extra money or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I don't want to think about it anymore. That's the answer.
Three deals this year. I just wrote checks to get them off my plate.
Just get them out of
Right.
my.
Yeah.
I've sold... I think every deal I've sold has actually been creative,
Yeah.
and it pays off. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
Like, I got the money I need on the front end, plus I took interest, plus I get a payout in 5 years on the back end.
Dude, I'm selling this lot that we bought off seller financing, and I've had this seller just been bleeding, making mortgage payments for 5 years, and I have to write a check to sell it. And he goes,
You've had it for 5 years?
"Yeah, we paid $430. I'm selling it for
Triplex?
$450." No, it's just a lot, vacant lot.
Oh.
Why didn't your business plan work on it?
I think we talked about this in an episode, didn't we?
It just didn't make sense to develop it, like with the partnership.
But it did on the front end, or you just
Well, we
went
thought
with a
it
bad
did.
deal?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I thought I was going to be in business partnership for a longer period of time.
I gotcha.
But so I was talking to him. He's like, "Oh, what are you selling it for?" I'm like, $450. Oh, good, you're going to make money. I was like,
No, that's not
No.
how this works.
Yeah, no. He's like, "Oh yeah, all that interest bleed. Yeah, all the money
For
you
5
made.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the actually equivalent to the money I lost.
yeah, exactly. The
And that's why some people like to be lenders.
Yeah, yeah. That,
You get to win. You get to win on the other side of the balance
Absolutely.
sheet.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's not always good to buy real estate.
All right. Well, should we wrap it up, guys?
Yep.
That was fun. Deal Junkies, we love you. Thanks for listening. Please share us. Trevor says that's all you got to do to help us out. We hope you're enjoying this and you're owning more real estate. And even if you don't want to own real estate, we hope that you get a few laughs and giggles out of a bunch of specialized people in this room. Because we sure have fun recording it. So, all right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.